World News tonight, a huge change in the way Americans get their driver's licenses. An enormous expense for states, an enormous headache for people. But might it prevent another 9/11 attack? Dishonest marketing, the secret instructions from the giant drug maker Merck on how to sell painkillers while downplaying serious risks. Our closer look. A new way to keep children healthy, bringing the doctor to daycare, cutting-edge technology to save parents time. And the new big thing in fashion is faith. Why religion is popping up on t-shirts and hats and selling big. Our series, Under God.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Reporting tonight, Elizabeth Vargas.
Good evening. Your driver's license is now part of the war on terror. For the 70 million people who get driver's licenses every year, it's about to get a lot more difficult. The House of Representatives passed a law today which creates new, stiff requirements to get a license in all 50 states. People applying for a license must now supply as many as 4 different kinds of identification. After September 11th, many people thought a national ID card might be a way to keep terrorists out. And ABC's Dan Harris joins us now, and today's vote is a big step toward that process.
Indeed, Elizabeth, the driver's license opens a lot of doors in this country. You can use it to get on an airplane, enter a federal building, rent a car, buy a gun, and open a bank account. Supporters of this new bill say it is just plain obvious that denying licenses to illegal aliens will help prevent another 9/11.
Under the bill, almost everyone applying for a license or a license renewal will have to show more forms of identification. And workers at state departments of motor vehicles will have to do more to ensure those documents are real.
This legislation will keep us safer. We need to know who has a driver's license and who is in our country.
Security experts we spoke with say while this bill might help at the margins, committed, well-financed terrorists will still be able to buy fake IDs on the black market. Meanwhile, the requirements of the new bill ensure that everyone else who applies for a license will face an even more tiresome, tedious experience.
First of all, over-the-counter issuance is probably done. Americans will no longer be able to go to a DMV and get their license in one day.
Longer lines are a small price to pay to flush out the fraud in driver's licenses.
I need your right thumb.
Opponents of the bill say fraud is exactly why DMV workers should not be trusted to become such important players in the nation's anti-terror defenses. In recent weeks, police in both Maryland and Florida have arrested DMV workers allegedly involved in schemes to sell fake IDs to illegal immigrants. Privacy activists also have concerns about this bill. All the information people will be providing to get their licenses, including social security numbers, will be entered into databases that will be linked across the country.
This is one-stop shopping for identity thieves. They can go to one place, get all of your information at one time.
DMVs have already been targets. In March, identity thieves drove a car through the back wall of a DMV near Las Vegas, making off with files on roughly 9,000 people.
Despite the criticism, this bill is almost guaranteed to become law. It is attached to a larger bill that provides money for the troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, so even lawmakers who say they have concerns about the bill say they feel forced to vote for it. The Senate is expected to pass the bill next week, and the White House said today the president, Elizabeth, will sign it.
All right, Dan Harris, thank you. The American auto industry suffered a huge setback today. Standard & Poor's cut the credit ratings of General Motors and Ford to junk bond status. The lower rating will make it harder for both companies to borrow money now and confirms their fading fortunes. Here's ABC's Betsy Stark.
The reaction to today's downgrade was swift and harsh. Shares of GM and Ford tanked, shaving nearly $2 billion off the value of the companies in a matter of hours. Standard & Poor's gave several reasons for rating the automakers as very risky investments. Sales of SUVs have plummeted, competition has intensified, and each continues to lose market share.
The message that S&P is sending is things are scary at Ford and GM because the future doesn't look good right now.
The stakes are huge for the 1.1 million Americans who make a living off the auto industry and for the economy of the manufacturing Midwest, which already has some of the nation's highest unemployment.
The deep fear amongst most people is that so many people have gotten accustomed to not buying a Ford or General Motors car that they won't come back. They'll be forced to close plants and lay off thousands and thousands of people.
GM and Ford both say they are disappointed by today's action and believe they can turn things around. There were whispers today about the possibility of bankruptcy, but analysts say that is not a serious threat right now. Even so, today did mark another grim milestone for two legends of American industry. Tough times for the auto industry.
It is indeed. All right, Betsy, thank you. In New York, the FBI and police are investigating a bombing outside the British consulate. Two makeshift grenades filled with gunpowder exploded early this morning, shattering ground floor windows. No one was hurt. It happened as voters in Britain were going to the polls for today's national election. Authorities have not said whether they think this was a politically motivated attack. A lot of people in this country were watching the British election closely. British Prime Minister Tony Blair has been President Bush's closest ally in the war in Iraq, and he has taken enormous heat for it at home. ABC's David Wright joins us from London. David, are there early returns in yet?
Well, Elizabeth, the early returns are coming in, and slowly but surely it does seem to be shaping up to be a victory for Tony Blair. It's what the exit polls had predicted, but it does appear that his majority will be much diminished.
As Big Ben strikes 10.
The instant the polls closed, British broadcasters declared a winner.
And I can give you the result of our exit poll, which is this election has been won by Labour.
For Tony Blair, triumph after a bruising campaign. As in the U.S. presidential contest, the central issue in this race was the war in Iraq.
Vote! Please!
But the debate here was far more venomous and personal.
We've had enough of your broken promises. We've had enough of your talk. We've had enough of you.
His opponents even accused him of lying to make the case for war.
The people are the boss in this election. They're going to have to make up their minds about it and about my character and integrity.
But the conservative Tory party had trouble taking advantage because it supports the war too. For many voters, it came down to a choice between a party leader they don't trust and another they just don't like.
The worst thing we ever did. You're entitled to your opinion. Yes, right. And don't forget the unemployment.
Now the results are coming in.
Christopher John Mullen has been duly elected as member of
One precinct at a time.
Constituency.
And while Blair will survive, the strength of his government will likely be diminished. According to the projections, Blair's majority may be cut in half. So this is a victory, but also a rebuke. Tomorrow is Tony Blair's birthday, and Elizabeth, it does look as though he will have some reason to celebrate.
Some reason. All right, David, thank you. It's still overseas in Baghdad today. 22 people were killed in 3 separate attacks on Iraqi security forces. One attack was at an army recruiting center. More than 700 members of the Iraqi security forces have been killed so far this year. Insurgents don't just target police officers and recruits and American soldiers. They also kill civilians, men, women, and children in the wrong place at the wrong time. One photograph taken after a suicide bombing just days ago captured our attention and so much of what is happening in Iraq right now. The soldier is Major Mark Beeger. The child is a dying Iraqi girl. The man who took the photo says the major was running with her to get her to an army hospital and help.
He wanted her to get American surgeons immediately. And so Major Beeger wrapped the little girl up in a blanket. He was telling soldiers we're moving out.
Major Beeger is the operations officer of an Army Stryker unit in Mosul. Dangerous search and destroy missions are a daily and nightly exercise.
We always have to be ready.
We were with the Major's unit in November. This week, the Major's unit was attacked by a suicide bomber. The terrorist blew himself up at a moment when the unit was surrounded by children. Freelance photographer Michael Yon says Major Beeger tried to comfort the little girl as he cradled her, stopping every so often to talk to her. Major Beeger has 3 children of his own. His wife Amy says he was undoubtedly thinking of them at that moment. That's his youngest son there on the day he shipped out to Iraq.
That is exactly how he would take care of any other child that he saw in need, just like he would his own.
The American surgeons could not save the little girl. She and another child died on Monday.
He just kept saying it was a very sad day. So I know that it tore him up.
15 other children were hurt in that attack. And when we come back, outrage over a big drug company's sales practices, sweeping aside the safety questions about a blockbuster medication. We'll take a closer look. In other news, the fashion flock, the surging popularity of clothing with a Christian theme, our series Under God. And the virtual house call, doctors using the internet to evaluate children. It can save parents precious time.
This is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Brought to you by Hidden Valley Ranch.
Hidden Valley Ranch is coming to Chicago's Navy Pier, asking folks, how should ranch dressing taste?
Creamy, thick, good.
I could tell this is Hidden Valley because it's perfect.
That's what it's supposed to taste like.
Hidden Valley is the original.
This is the real deal.
My daughter loves the Hidden Valley Ranch.
I don't know of any other brands that can compare to this.
Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. We made it first, we made it right.
Really tastes good.
Hidden Valley Ranch, the way ranch is supposed to taste.
Escalade, EXT, and the larger ESV. Seeing is believing. Breakthrough.
Visit your Cadillac dealer for an attractive Escalade offer and join the Hot Button event.
Introducing Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. So revolutionary, it targets and kills the toughest weeds without harming your lawn. Weed Be Gone Max sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Only Weed Be Gone Max has a foaming action and weed targeting formula for total root kill. So it killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer didn't target anything, so it killed everything. New Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns, guaranteed.
Inside every can of Minwax is the secret to enhancing wood's natural beauty. Minwax rich wood stains and long-lasting protective finishes make it easy to turn any house into a beautiful home. Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful.
Item 7. What flavors do you taste?
Which one is this? Twisters.
Bold.
Cool Ranch and cheddar.
Cool Ranch and cheddar.
Cool Ranch and cheddar. Yeah.
Good. Item number 8.
Brownies. Cool Ranch and cheddar.
Oh, yeah. Bold.
Cool Ranch and cheddar.
Last one, number 10. Tell me what you actually taste.
Cool Ranch and cheddar.
Cool Ranch and cheddar. Cool Ranch and cheddar.
New Twisters Cool Ranch and Cheddar from Cheez-It.
Pick up your checks.
At Stouffer's, our lasagna is America's favorite for what we put in it. And now even more appreciated for what we don't. See what's cooking at Stouffer's.
We're going to take a closer look at how a big drug maker pumps up sales of a lucrative medicine, despite questions about its safety. The painkiller Vioxx once generated sales of $2.5 billion a year for Merck, but it was taken off the market last September after a study showed it doubled the risk of heart attack and stroke. Merck has struggled ever since. Today, its CEO Raymond Gilmartin resigned. Congress has been looking into how Merck sold so much Vioxx, and today, lawmakers released documents that revealed the anatomy of an aggressive sales campaign. Here's ABC's Jake Tapper.
Documents show that Merck instructed its sales representatives on how to shake hands with doctors, cozy up to them, even how to eat their bread when dining with them. Everything members of Congress charged today, except the honest way to discuss the serious heart attack and stroke risks posed by Vioxx.
When it comes to the one thing the doctors most needed to know about Vioxx, its health risks, Merck's answer seems to be disinformation and censorship.
More than 100 million prescriptions for Vioxx were written, most after serious questions were raised about the drug's safety.
How did that happen? Merck's 3,000 salespeople were given this pamphlet promoting Vioxx and allegedly told not to deviate from it, not even to discuss Merck's own study indicating health problems among Vioxx users.
It's a diversion. It's not about telling them the facts about the studies and the potential dangers.
After a Food and Drug Administration advisory committee recommended doctors be informed about that study, internal documents show Merck advised its sales staff do not initiate discussions on the topic. They were told to think of what they called Martin Luther King's goal focus to inspire greater sales.
Then when I see things like this, Martin Luther King, my God, how far will we go?
A Merck vice president insisted its sales force is fair.
Our methods of communicating with physicians have always been to be accurate and balanced on both the risks and the benefits of our products.
Some doctors say physicians themselves should be smarter.
We have independent sources of information. We should not be relying on a skewed group of salesmen to tell us what drugs to use.
And consumer groups say the FDA should be a better watchdog.
A secondary culprit, of course, is the Food and Drug Administration for failing to adequately warn doctors immediately.
Merck officials insist they still believe in the product.
My own father was taking Vioxx until we voluntarily withdrew it from the marketplace.
In fact, Merck wants to bring the drug back. Jake Tapper, ABC News, Washington.
Our closer look for today. And still ahead, wearing religion on their sleeves and everywhere else. Our series Under God, exploring fashionable faith.
Shake up your ideas about popcorn. Introducing new Smart Balance Microwave Popcorn, the world's first to help improve cholesterol with no hydrogenated oil and no trans fatty acids. Smart Balance Microwave Popcorn and Smart Balance Buttery Spreads contain a patented balance of vegetable oils to help improve the ratio of good to bad cholesterol. Enjoy delicious Smart Balance Microwave Popcorn, the great tasting popcorn that's actually good for you.
When something really fits, you can feel it. Like the fit you get with C-Bond denture adhesive. It's the only wafer that has a gasket effect that locks dentures in place, gives you all-over coverage, all-over hold. No mess, no ooze.
When your dentures really fit, you can feel it.
The denture adhesive with the gasket fit. C-Bond. And give toothpaste and tablets the brush off. New C-Bond Brightening Gel Cleanser does the job of both.
When you're congested, mucus can settle into your chest.
I love moving in day. Nice try, but I'm not going nowhere.
That's when you need Mucinex. Mucinex is specially made to break up the mucus that causes congestion.
Uh-oh. There goes the neighborhood!
That's better. And one Mucinex pill lasts up to 12 hours.
Hey, got any room at your place?
Mucinex in, mucus out.
To help maintain a healthy heart, your body needs potassium, like you find in salmon. Of course, this isn't something you'd want to drink every morning, like Florida orange juice.
With lots of potassium that's good for your heart. Florida orange juice.
One day on vacation, Brian just said, "This is where we belong." We opened the sandbar 3 months later. After Brian died, I thought about moving back, but this is our place.
Insurance from Mutual of Omaha. Begin today.
Hi, honey. Any luck yet?
Not really.
Finding a new home shouldn't be this hard. An experienced RE/MAX agent can help you find the perfect home across town or around the world.
I guess finding the right home isn't a job for amateurs.
Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Chevy offers the most crew cabs of anyone. Colorado, Avalanche, Silverado, and Silverado Heavy Duty. The most crew cabs. That's why Chevy's the right truck. The official truck of an American revolution.
Have you pushed the hot button yet? See your local participating Chevy dealer today.
The Georgia woman who became known as the runaway bride apologized today. Jennifer Wilbanks issued a statement through her pastor saying she cannot fully explain why she disappeared, but that it had nothing to do with having cold feet about her wedding. She said she had, quote, compelling issues which seemed out of control, and said she had started receiving professional treatment. All this week, we've been exploring how evangelical Christians are bringing their faith to all corners of American life. Tonight, religion as a fashion statement. Sales of clothing with Christian themes and imagery are booming. A growing number of people, especially young people, are proudly wearing their beliefs. With our series Under God, here's ABC's Barbara Pinto.
When designers showcased their latest fall fashions in Milan, an unlikely merger of faith and fashion was evident.
Religion and fashion are really becoming a much bigger trend right now.
And like many trends, it started in Hollywood.
What better icon than Jesus?
One California company hit it big with "Jesus is my homeboy" shirts and hats after celebrities were spotted brandishing the message.
We'd also do the Jesus on a thermal.
They've now sold more than 1 million of these shirts. They followed up with "Mary is my homegirl."
I think that there is less fear for people to wear religious icon t-shirts now, and it did start with fashion, as flimsy as that is, and it went to the masses.
In the last year alone, Christian bookstores sold $84 million worth of clothing and accessories, not counting all the religious gear sold at concerts and online.
I like to let everyone know that I'm a proud Christian.
Trend watcher Jane Buckingham calls this the "I am generation," teens who need to attach themselves to something safe.
After September 11th, everybody felt afraid, and religion is something that makes you think, gee, maybe even if the world is going crazy, there's something that I can have faith in.
These days, you can wear your faith on your sleeve, your head, even your feet.
The popularity of religious fashion has some concerned. They say reducing faith to a slogan on a shirt is far too simplistic and cheapens the message.
As soon as you try to make something fashionable, 10 minutes later, it isn't fashionable. And so is Christian spirituality going to be thrown out as something that is unfashionable?
Lori Devens doesn't think so.
It's very cool to be a Christian these days.
She just opened a shop in Kansas called Extreme Christian Clothing.
This is a really big seller, the same-sex, of course.
Everything is tied to Scripture.
Aurelio Barreto prefers a more subtle approach. His stores cater to style-conscious teens.
Our stores are up 20% some months. You know, what other retailer is doing that?
Both hope they have hit on something with eternal appeal. Barbara Pinto, ABC News, Chicago.
And when we come back, the technology that's keeping kids healthier at daycare and giving parents more peace of mind and time.
Did you see that? You think we should do something? I'm thinking we need to get to Big Lots. Oh, yeah.
It's Big Lots 88-cent event. Hot new items at one low closeout price. Just 88 cents. Only at Big Lots.
They say your footprint is as unique as your fingerprint.
It's like me, unique.
That's why Dr. Scholl's created Memory Fit insoles with memory foam to form to the shape of your foot.
It forms right around your feet.
For customized comfort, see the doctor, Dr. Scholl's.
They say you are what you eat. Put a plant in topsoil, you get a starving plant.
Because ordinary topsoil has little, if any, nutrition.
Now put a plant in new Miracle-Gro garden soil.
Wow. Rich, organic ingredients. Plus Miracle-Gro continuous release plant food.
Nourishes nonstop for up to 3 months.
Plants grow twice as big, and you get twice the compliments. That's nice.
New Miracle-Gro garden soil. Make your own miracles.
Edgar, I shall take the voice of this lovely woman. This is Trump? And put it into this... Why? To tell the world the benefits of Aflac with sex appeal.
Brilliant, sir!
I know. Now throw the switch.
If you're hurt and can't work, Aflac can help pay your bills with cash.
Genius! And her? Aflac!
Fix-It Control for the control you want, just where you need it. Life with more bite. Introducing new Fix-It Control. It's precision tip nozzle that you put just the right amount, just where you want it. So no more corn without the cob. New Fix-It Control. Life with more bite.
Something you've always believed is about to change. The first light ice cream that's as rich and creamy as regular is here. Dreyer's slow-churned light ice cream with half the fat. You've been waiting for this.
This
Sunday, be careful who you're playing doctor with.
What I do when I leave this hospital is my business. I'll live with the consequences.
Especially when he's your boss.
What the hell are you doing?
An all-new Grey's Anatomy, Sunday 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Good Morning America, Florida Orange Juice, and Emerald are kicking Mother's Day up a notch as one lucky mom gets the surprise of her life. Breakfast in bed, served up by Emerald himself. Start your Mother's Day weekend off good to go with Good Morning America tomorrow.
Finally this evening, medicine on the cutting edge, helping your kids. More doctors are beginning to use the internet, web cameras, and equipment like electronic stethoscopes to evaluate patients miles away. They call it telemedicine. Many doctors use it in rural areas, but a new study found it can be used anywhere to keep children healthy. Here's ABC's Kate Snow.
14-month-old Jonathan's runny nose would normally mean a phone call telling his mother to come pick him up. But at this daycare center, they make a different call.
Hi, Dr. McConaughey. I wanted to know if it would be possible if you could do a live visit with me.
Jonathan is one of nearly 1,000 inner-city preschoolers in Rochester, New York, able to have a live visit with a doctor without ever leaving daycare.
I'm almost done, baby. I'm almost done.
Sounds and images are sent to doctors at the University of Rochester Medical Center over the internet.
Has he had problems with ear infections in the past?
Yes, he has had one in the past.
For Jonathan's mother, who's busy looking for a new job, it's a crucial time saver.
I would have probably had to go to the emergency or something with him.
The new study found that each telemedicine visit saved parents 4.5 hours of missed work. And for children, health-related absences were down 63%.
They get seen, they get their medicine, they feel better, and everybody's happy.
Well, not everybody. Some pediatricians worry telemedicine is no substitute for hands-on care.
Ill children, I think, deserve better than a mechanical, electronic process of healthcare.
But the Rochester doctors argue in the vast majority of situations, remote visits are just as effective as seeing a doctor in person. They say the bigger barrier is cost.
Here in Rochester, most of the project has been funded by the federal government so far, but now local insurance companies are starting to get interested, even footing part of the bill.
You can do a lot of telemedicine for the cost of one emergency room visit. And that's what got our local insurers on board.
The experiment here is about to spread to the suburbs, a model they hope for daycare centers nationwide. Kate Snow, ABC News, Rochester, New York.
And that is World News Tonight for this Thursday. Tomorrow we'll have our Person of the Week. I'm Elizabeth Vargas. For Peter Jennings and all of us at ABC, good night.
Half of all Americans suffer. It may be you, your parent, your child, from pain. Now, ABC News and USA Today join forces with a breakthrough week-long series, The Fight Against Pain. Finally, new solutions that can help so many right now. Starting Saturday and all next week, turn to ABC News. And starting Monday, pick up USA Today to learn what you need to know in the fight against pain.
Tonight, this woman's dreams came true when she got the ultimate makeover, not on TV, but in her real life. When it was done, she was overjoyed. But her husband? Now, what happens when an all-new her is a turnoff for him? Watch Primetime Live.
All new. She's had 6 months to keep her house clean. Did she change her filthy ways? We're going back in. Next Oprah. Tomorrow at 3 here on ABC 7.
It's termite season. Terminexum, with the protection more homeowners believe in. 1-800-TERMINEX. It's termite swarm season. Terminexum, with the protection more homeowners believe in. 1-800-TERMINEX.
With amazing new wonders, new attractions,